What is going on, guys? Jay here, and I'm bringing you guys another Pokemon Black and White Wi-Fi battle, and this is another UU match that I had up against a friend of mine, TheChromeLPs. He was actually looking for Standard, but I know from the way he does Standard that he doesn't necessarily bring Standard, so I decided to bring my UU team, and it ended up being a UU match. Looking at the teams right now, I didn't really think I would have a problem with anything on the team. But come to my surprise, that Semi-Poor over there is a big threat. Um, because it's just a really big threat. It outspeeds everything on my team except for my Flygon. That's only because my Flygon has a Scarf, and once it gets up a nasty plot, it can just start OHKO and so many things. It can OHKO my Shaman, Darmanitan, two-hit KO my Blastoise, and OHKO my Gligar, and possibly my Clefable and Flygon. So it could just run through my team if he actually sets it up at the right time. But we'll see about that. So let's just go ahead and jump into this battle. He is going to lead off with a Milotic, as I'm going to lead off my Flygon. And I'm going to go ahead and go for the U-turn because there's no way in hell I'm going to stay in here on a fucking Milotic. I know he has an Ice Beam. I know he's going to go for the Ice Beam. So why stay in when I could switch into something else? And I switched into my Clefable because I wanted to go ahead and knock off this thing's item. 'Cause I thought it was going to be a leftovers or something. But it actually turns out to be Life Orb, so he must be an offensive Milotic, which is like, what? Okay, I mean, I've never really seen that before. I mean, it's there. I know it's possible, but I just never really seen it though. But I ended up going for the knockoff anyway, figuring he was going to switch out just because, his Milotic couldn't really do too much to my Clefable. And I end up catching the Sawsbuck, and I end up knocking off his Life Orb, which is actually a good thing because now I'm able to actually take this return a little better. Look at that. The +2 return. I take like only half from that, man. Not even half though. It's like a little less than half because I will be able to take another return, and I will be able to roost off the damage. So look, Gligar, man. Gligar is just too good, man. I know I said that in my last video, but in this video you will see how bad I troll my opponent with this Gligar. So he's gonna switch. Because I guess he doesn't want the toxic damage to rack up, and I'm just gonna go for another roost because there's really no reason not to. I kind of want my Gligar at full HP, and look at that. I went from red to green in like a matter of turns, so it's just ridiculous. But he's actually gonna double switch, and he's gonna go into his Bisharp as I'm gonna switch out, and I'm gonna go into my Clefable. So I guess he predicted me to do that, and now I don't know what this thing wants to do, but I'm gonna go for the knockoff anyway, just because I figured, hey, wait, do I go for knockoff or do I go for Toss? I think I go for Toss. Yeah, that's right. I didn't want to go for knockoff on Bisharp because it's not gonna. I mean, I don't know what I was thinking, but I got enough damage on it. But now I'm gonna go back into my Gligar because my Gligar is physically defensive, and he actually shows me he has Brick Break, so that was a really good switch for me because my Clefable could have been dead right there, and yeah. But he's going to go for the Sucker Punch. I knew he had Sucker Punch, but I just wanted to go ahead and get rid of this Bisharp because Bisharp is a pretty big threat just because it has priority and it's at +2 and its priority is Stab. So I needed it dead as soon as possible, so that's why I went for the Earthquake right there. But he brings in Semi-Poor. I got to switch out because I don't want to take an Ice Beam or Hydro Pump or anything. And he actually predicts my switch and he goes for the Nasty Plot. Now this is really, really bad. But then again, I brought in the right Pokemon because my Blastoise does happen to carry Roar, so I will be able to roar him out. He does go for the HP, probably Electric. I don't know if it's Electric or Grass, I can't really tell. But I do end up roaring him out into a Snorlax, which is good. Now that Semi-Poor is not really so much of a big threat at the moment, but it's still there, so it's still a threat that I need to keep an eye on. But he goes into Snorlax, he goes for the Brick Break, and he ends up pulling a fucking crit. Look at that, 1 HP Blastoise, go! Yes, that's what we talk. That's how we do it. This is how we do it. This is how we do it. We just live with like little smidgen of HP, man. But seeing that it's a physical Snorlax, obviously, I'm gonna go back to my Gligar, take this Brick Break like a champ, and I'm just gonna end up roosting off the damage. And I believe he knows I'm gonna do this, so he's gonna actually switch out, and he's gonna go into his Dusknoir, as I'm going to go for the Roost, and I'm going to get my HP back up to, not full, but maybe like over half, just because, yeah. And I really need to change my Gligar to have immunity, just because immunity Roost Gligar, so Stealth Rock is legal now, so, I need to change that for my Black 2 game, or White 2, Black 2, whichever one I'm using. Anyway, So we're gonna exchange statuses. He's toxic. I'm burned. I don't really mind the burn because my Gligar isn't really an attacking Gligar. I only attack when necessary, and plus I have a heal beller which I can easily just switch into and heal bell the status off. So I don't really too much mind. Him on the other hand, he has toxic. He's gonna have to switch because toxic damage is gonna rack up. But I'm gonna switch out and I'm gonna go into Clefable right now because I figure, you know what, he can't really do too much to me, and he's gonna actually switch and he's gonna go into his Milotic, but he's gonna double switch because he knows he can't do anything to my Clefable with his Milotic, so he's gonna go into his Sawsbuck. Now, I know most of the Sawsbuck's moveset. I know he has Horn Leech because they always carry Horn Leech. I know he has Sword Stance, and I know he has Return. I didn't know if he had Jump Kick or Mega Horn. I was thinking Jump Kick just because that's what I would run, and he does show me he has the Jump Kick, and I knew I could take a Jump Kick just because it's not stab and he's not boosted or anything. So I went for the Wish, and now I'm going to switch out and go back into my Gligar because there's really no reason not to. And look how well I take that Horn Leech, man. It's just ridiculous. And now my Gligar is back up to almost full HP, and he can't really touch me. He can't really do anything. He can set up a Sword Stance all he want, but toxic damage is going to rack up. I just go for the Earthquake here just to get a little bit more damage on the Sawsbuck, just so toxic damage will be able to kill it a little faster. And that's pretty much that. This turn, I have no idea why he went for the Jump Kick, but really, honestly, it didn't even matter because he was going to die this turn anyway. That's why I went for the Roost, because I knew he was going to die, and I won my Gligar at full HP. So, yeah. So, Sawsbuck dead, and I end up, you know, having a full HP Gligar. Now, right here would have been a perfect time for him to go for the Nasty Plot. Because if he went for the Nasty Plot, he could have done some serious damage to my team right there. He really could have done some serious damage because my Blastoise wouldn't have been able to take a hit, and then everything else on my team would have just been O-Code. Like, look how much this Ice Beam does to my Shaman. Holy crap, dude! Like, if he had a Nasty Plot up, he could have just pushed my shit in easily. But because he didn't go for the Nasty Plot when you know, it was the perfect time to go for it, I end up being able to take out the Simipour with my Shaman, and that is just a great thing. That was just like a weight lifted off my shoulders right there. I'm telling you, man. Holy crap. But brings in my Milotic. I'm gonna go for the rest because I'm like, okay, so Ice Beam's not gonna do too much. Nah, it does a lot. Look at that. It did more than the freaking Simipour. So I'm like, well, I gotta switch out, and I'm gonna go into my Clefable because my Clefable can take hits all day from this Milotic. Or do I actually die to this? No, I fodder it off. That's right. I end up firing off my Clefable because I don't necessarily need it anymore. And he's just going to take me out with a Surf. That's perfectly fine because I can bring in... Do I bring back in Shaman or do I bring in Darmanitan? I bring in Darmanitan. And I'm just going to go for the Earthquake because, you know, Earthquake is more than enough to take out this Milotic. Just because, you know, yeah. I didn't want to switch in Shaman, miss the Seed Flare, and end up losing my Shaman, you know. But he's going to bring in Dusknoir. I'm going to switch out and I'm going to go into my Shaman. Honestly, I don't know why I went to Shaman. I guess just because I honestly, I don't even know. Maybe I just wanted to get off the rest and get back up to full HP, which I end up doing that, and he really can't do anything to me. I still have all of my attackers left. All he has left is a Snorlax and a Dusknoir, and he can't really do too much to my team. Just because, you know, I have all these attackers and yeah, he just ends up running away. Mainly because he had to leave, but the game was pretty much mine anyway because I could have just destroyed his Pokemon, I guess, you know. Just saying, you know, yeah. So, if you enjoyed, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. Check out my last Wi-Fi battle, and I will see you guys later. Peace!